See, you gotta get your money's worth on the seafood. You gotta load up all the crabs, I'm telling you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And I am out here in Orange County in Buena Park because I'm gonna be checking out one of the most acclaimed restaurants in town. Behind me is Miss Shabu. This is one of the highest rated all-you-can-eat shabu-shabu restaurants you can find anywhere in Orange County. And they recently opened up a salad bar and hot foods buffet station. That is pretty rockin'. So I encourage you guys, stick all the way to the end of this episode, especially if you love all-you-can-eat shabu-shabu and hot pot, because I'm gonna show you one of the best places that you can get it in Southern California at Miss Shabu. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And in the meantime, I'm going to be heading into Miss Shabu, and they just opened early lunch. Yes, all you can eat. Here we go. You can choose up to 2 broths. So yeah, everything from the house broth to the spicy seafood broth. Yes, very good. And those are your proteins. So yes, get a lot of this. See, they got chuck beef, brisket, belly, chicken breast, even lamb. That's so awesome, right? So all of this you get for $26.99. Yeah, everything here plus the salad bar, all you can eat shabu. Now I usually don't get this when I come to all you can eat shabu-shabu, but just letting you guys know they do have a pretty extensive sake list. So if you guys are into sake, then they got a lot of it, like quite a lot. So Miss Shabu has been here for about 6 years. And like I said, one of the most acclaimed all you can eat shabu-shabu restaurants you can find in OC. In fact, in 2019, it was number 30 on Yelp's top 100 places to eat in the US. That definitely counts for something, right? You see, that's the buffet station, but before that, I gotta show you where to start. So right here is where they have all the different bowls. They got the plates as well as your sauce cups, and you're gonna need this to fill up the sauce of your choice, which is right over here actually. Okay, so up there, looks like we got garlic, and there's like a lot of garlic. That's pretty awesome. And down here is the ponzu sauce, very classic sauce for shabu-shabu. Up here we got radish, and then down here this is the goma, which is like a peanut sesame sauce, so just letting you know if you have peanut allergy. And in here, kimchi. Yes, they got Korean foods here, Korean inspired, and that is their hot sauce called the sambal. So to the left of the buffet we got all the veggies. So this one is the Napa cabbage, gotta have that right as part of your shabu, and that one is spinach. And then we have some bok choy, and let's see, let me get in here. So that one is kale, and then we got some cilantro, and this one is green onions. And then here, that one looks like jalapeno, and then we got some healthy broccolis, yep. Up there we got some sliced onion. And then moving down here, looks like we got a lot of American mushrooms, and that one is the king oyster mushrooms. Up here we got tofu, bean sprouts, fried tofu, baby corn, bamboo shoots, and this is, I think it's like pumpkin or kabocha. Yes, it's very good, I love it. And we got some red bell pepper, some sliced carrots, wood-eared mushrooms, and the acorn jelly. And then finally we got some diced kimchi. So we got some glass noodles right there. Yeah, you gotta have your noodles, right? As well as some rice noodles. And then up there, udon noodle. And then down here, kalguksu. Oh, that is so Korean, I love it. And then up there we got sausage. And that one is rice cake. And that one is called dough flakes. Yep. I think that's the first time I'm gonna try this. Cool. And then up there, lemon and some beef dumpling. And then down here is kamaboko, which is like, I think it's like a fish cake, something like that. And then over there, we got eggs and lotus root. Up there we got some fish ball. And then here, look at that, lots of ramen. Oh, instant noodles, I love it. And now we are in the seafood section. Okay, we got some clams, lots of clams. They got seafood here, that's pretty cool, right? Mussels. And then up there we got shrimp. And then there, oh, this is where you're gonna get your money's worth. We got some crab, And then down here, tripe. And then we also got white fish. And some baby octopus. And squid. And scallops. And then these are what's called tempura halves. And then down here, imitation crab meat. And we also got some crab balls. And then we got the fish cake skewers, just like the one you find in the Korean dish, the odeng. And then to the end of the buffet line, we got the hot foods, beginning with the fried rice. And this is all fresh, by the way, because I just came in right now. And that one is like a stir-fried beef broccoli. So it has some carrots and broccoli, yep. And then right there, fried chicken. Yes, I love fried chicken. And then tteokbokki, popular Korean food, especially as street food. And then right here, we got fried beef dumplings, so kind of like beef gyoza. And then to the end, beef bulgogi. Everybody likes this one, right? Maybe worth mentioning too, they do have some honey mustard here if you want to muster it up. And oh, you gotta have this too, white rice. Yep. So guys, since this is a buffet, there's really only so much you can eat, so I have to be wise on what I eat. So I'm just gonna go with my favorites, such as this, yeah, obviously, and some of the spinach, since that's nice and healthy and very light. I know that I didn't come here for the hot foods, but I might as well just try a little bit of it. I mean, you gotta focus a lot on the shabu-shabu, but I'll try it since it's already here. Yeah, look how hot and fresh that tteokbokki is. So these are the starters, and this is what customers usually get, especially for lunch. But I am gonna get rounds 2 and 3, you bet. This one is the beef belly. Look how it looks, it's so pretty. Yep, I always like to get this, even at Korean barbecue. And that one is the chuck-eye. Yes, there's another one that's really good, like really large slices. And then down here, this one is the brisket. Yep, something else I always like for hot pot. Even though I am here for lunchtime, you can always order the dinner one, especially if you want to get the top blade and the ribeye. And I heard that their meat is really good here, very high quality. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised considering they're so highly rated on Yelp and even Taste of Buena Park, top 10. I mean, you gotta have really good food in order to rank very highly on this. It's like a very Korean style fried chicken, I would say. So chicken nuggets, it's very good to snack on. I mean, it's not like something out of going to a bona fide Korean fried chicken restaurant. But hey, if it's one of the foods that you can find at one of these buffets, all you can eat, I'll take it. I would say that tteokbokki it's cooked al dente. I don't know what to say. It's like a very classic tasting Korean spicy rice cake. Bulgogi, everybody likes it, right? You can find it pretty much anywhere. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Nice and sweet. And look at that, it's like a complete meal because I got my rice here as well. Now I'm being tempted to just eat the hot foods. Like, forget about the shabu-shabu. Now, I feel like even if you just eat the hot foods, it's such a complete meal. I think this will be pretty enjoyable. Some of the vegetable takes a long time to cook, so I recommend, especially with the pumpkin, you put it in really quickly. And then the others, watch over it for maybe about a minute, then it should be done. So once again, you get 2 choices of broth, so you can sample 2 different broth flavors. How exciting. Beef, you cook it really quickly. I mean, don't leave it in there for more than a minute. I would say even if it's about 15-20 seconds, as long as the pink is gone, then you have a very nice tasting, completely cooked beef. Oh man, look at that, look at that. That is quite something. Wow, that beef is really tender. Wow, I'm enjoying this. I haven't had shabu-shabu in quite a while, so this is fun. This is really fun. It does take a little time, but the vegetable is done. And usually with the vegetables, I like to put it in this other sauce, the Pllus sauce. You have to have your vegetables with your meal because I know some people just like to eat only the beef, but I think vegetables is really what completes the whole experience. So at least get like Napa cabbage or bok choy if nothing else. But I always like to get tofu as well because tofu, I'm a tofu type of person, so yeah, I'm always gonna get it. It's good. It's comfort food. Whenever I have tofu that's really this hot, it feels like it could really be so comforting, especially if it's a very cold winter day. And by the way, it's summertime and it's so hot, but I'll still eat shabu-shabu no matter what season. I mean, it's like that in Asia too. Maybe this time I'll cook it in the spicy seafood broth. And once again, you cook it for only like 15 or 20 seconds. You'll be surprised to see how quickly it cooks. Beef belly, and once again, into the sesame peanut sauce. I really taste that peanut sesame sauce. I'm telling you, it's like that peanut and sesame flavor is so strong. I don't think I've ever tasted anything like that before. And there's a sweetness to it too. So you guys, you notice that I'm not tossing everything at the same time, right? I mean, I could do that, but I don't want to just leave it sitting in here. So I'm going at it like 1 or 2 pieces at a time. And I know for sure that the beef brisket is going to be very tender. Oh, that's very tender too. Eating all of these meats, I feel like they almost all taste the same. Like you got that peanut sauce and then you have the meats that are, you know, just a little different in its own way. But even though I can't taste the major difference between them, as long as it's tender and there's good fat content in there, that's really all that matters to me. Beef is still my first choice, but seafood, you should definitely get if you like seafood, and it really helps to flavor up the broth. And you guys like octopus? Look how slimy that is. Oh yeah. Some of the seafood's gonna take a while to cook, so I'm just gonna toss everything into the spicy section because I really think that this is gonna flavor it up really nicely. Like really nicely, yeah. See, that's one of the reasons why you should get the seafood, even if you don't end up eating it, which I think you should, but it does add a lot of good flavor to the broths. Like beef and seafood together, pretty magical. So these are the two that you can get as part of the dinner menu. So this is the ribeye, and this is what you would find in a lot of the shabu-shabu restaurants, top quality. Yes, gotta get this. And this one is obviously the top blade. I mean, look at the color. It looks so different from this one. And this is also a dinner item, which means this is something you gotta get, right? You can do so much with this hot pot. Like you can boil the meats, the vegetables, the seafood, and you can even use it as like your odeng broth for the fish cake. Yes, kind of replicate like a Korean pub experience. Ooh, hot. But so tasty though. By the way, have you guys ever had this before? Like in a Korean restaurant? Drop that comment because I'd love to hear your story. So they got your octopus as well. Now the octopus, it takes a little time to cook, so maybe give it about a minute or 2. Okay, that's a good thing. I didn't overcook it. So it's not tough. It still does require some work to chew it, of course. I think I still prefer the meats over the seafood, to tell you quite honestly. But if you guys like seafood, they got a lot of it up there, so this is really the restaurant you gotta be at. So after the shrimp is done, you have to peel it. So that's why with the shrimp, I usually like to kind of do it more towards the end because I don't want to alternate between peeling it and using my chopsticks to grab the other stuff. But it's totally up to you how you do it, but that's just the way I do it. That's a good crunch. I have no complaints about the shrimp, unless it's like really bad, but this one, is definitely good enough. Yeah, super crunchy. Okay, makes all the peeling worth it, I guess. And that one is the top blade. Yes, so once again, no surprise. Just keep it in there for a short time. See, watch it go. Oh yeah. Give it that swish, that swirl. You know what, maybe what I'll do this time is peanut sauce, and how about some of that ponzu sauce as well, just to kind of change things up a little bit. You know that ponzu sauce is kind of light, so I feel that the peanut sauce really overpowers everything. But if you really like that sesame peanut sauce flavor, which I think is pretty awesome, by all means, dunk it in there. Woo! Oh yeah, sauce it up. And I think this is the last beef that I'm gonna do because I'm getting kind of full actually. So yes, into the spicy section. This is really my favorite one. As in, if I don't know what else to get in hot pot, then this is the safest one, I'm telling you. Tasty. So I think it's worth going with the $36.99 just to get the ribeye, because that's really high grade meat you got there. In fact, all the top shabu-shabu restaurants traditionally will use the ribeye cut. It's always good. And you guys really got to get your money's worth on the crabs too. Yep, crabs is where the money's at. But yeah, just suck all the meat out of the shoulder area. This is where all the good stuff is at. Oh yeah. And I like to eat crabs raw too. You know, like in Korean restaurants, they have the gaejang. So you can eat it raw or you can boil it. It's up to you. Woo! All right, let's put the kalguksu noodles in the spicy broth, since I did all that work of flavoring it up with the seafood. And usually I like to save the noodles all the way to the end because this is a filler food. They have the instant noodles up there, which I think is really good. You should get with your broth. But I wanted to try this because I usually don't have the kalguksu in a shabu-shabu restaurant, like all you can eat. So this should be very interesting. Wow, so chewy. And I cooked it just about right because it's al dente. Not too soft. You want a little bit of a bite to it. And also, look how creative I am. I put the soup broth in there too, the spicy seafood broth, which gives it tremendous flavor. Now I feel like I'm eating a spicy seafood noodle soup, like a mini version of it. You see how you could play around with your food here? You can do so many combinations of foods with your hot pot. So yes, if you are around the Buena Park area, then for all you can eat hot pot shabu-shabu, I think this is gonna be your best bet. I mean, of course, if you're willing to pay more, you can go to an a la carte shabu-shabu restaurant, like a really nice one. But if you gotta have all you can eat, then for sure, come here because they got the salad bar, the hot foods. It's good for groups. It opens for lunch and dinner with good parking in the shopping center. I mean, what more can you ask for? I really dig it. All right, guys, so before I close out this episode, I want to give a shout out to Enya, who's one of the awesome staff members at this restaurant. Now, I'm doing something very special for you guys, so I was able to talk them into doing something good for you if you mention Rockstar Eater when you come to this restaurant. So when you come in, mention this episode, and they're going to hook you up with 10% off of your bill. Is that right?
That's right.
Woo, all right, awesome. So yeah, come in, lunch and dinner, whatever, enjoy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next food adventure.
Come visit soon.